Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons systems online. All systems normal.
Session talks. I don't have anything to say. I do want you to know that yes, while I hinted at space travel last session, there is space travel. You can hire a shuttle to go to different planets if you want to, but this is kind of the majority of where the story is that I have made. I do have like spurts of story elsewhere if you guys want to go off planet. I do not mind, but this is also your hometown for most of you guys, so you know. Yeah. That being said, last time we left off, you guys finally made it to the giant parking lot of a garage. In the meantime, Adam was reacquainting himself with his old boxing arena that he used to spar at, and actually got himself into like maybe possibly doing some fights. Also, meanwhile, Chaldinius has been busy in cyberspace trying to build his own AI helper unit. So, that's been interesting. But, going back to you guys, Harlow and Ike, as you both get to the parking lot, you see that there is a designated parking area. I'm assuming that you guys are going to go park there. And there is a giant, like, central building. Like, when I say giant, football stadium size building, like it's utterly massive. That's like what you could assume would be the show floor, and then there's like a few cars out in the lot, but it seems like a majority of the good items are inside of that showroom. And behind it, as I said last week, there is a massive freighter about the car dealership.
Oh, car dealership. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
No, we're talking about the football game that you guys got tickets to.
I thought you meant we were like at like the arms auction or something.
Oh, yeah, it's really secretive in this giant Super Bowl sized building.
Oh, you know, criminals.
Cars.
That's what my chicken.
Right. While he grabs his chicken, I'm gonna grab it. I think we're all just a little off today.
Yeah, but so be it.
Yeah, we missed last week, so we gotta put something up. Although I did see the channel's been putting up Boulder Gate videos.
Yeah, so we've been doing that on Fridays, and that's been kind of bolstering, just so that we that way we have a constant upload. We might get more of a follower base that way, just by sheer volume.
Right.
And if they migrate to the other content as well, cool. If not, no big deal.
And then we can funnel them to our personal channels.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have you and I both tagged in the info of this video, and I might actually move that up to the top of this week's video description. So it's the player's DM at the top, and then everything else at the bottom.
Yo, so we got this black cherry barbecue sauce. It's fire.
Oh my goodness, that does sound pretty good.
That sounds really good.
It's pretty fire.
Alright, anyways, we're arriving at this dealership.
Yep. As I stated before, you're looking at maybe like, if you added the entire, like, all of this area that the dealership takes up, you're probably looking at about 4 football stadiums worth of, like, parking lots and everything worth of acreage here alone, with a giant massive spaceship in the back that they seem to have somehow gotten in onto the planet. But it's a pretty massive lot, like, in all fairness. And it also strikes different from the skyscrapers all around you guys, and then just a small flat, like 1 maybe 2-story building of just cars, you could assume. And here you guys,
huge.
in a place full of freshly in a place full of freshly polished cars that are gleaming. Here comes
My
the rust bucket. But yeah, as you guys get there, you both have optical implants, correct? Or no?
Yes.
I do not have optical implants.
You would at least see like a before you, like some installation bars as you're seeing a website load before you, and you're seeing more or less like, what are you looking for today? And it has a different selection of like almost like trying to find a car on Facebook Marketplace or something like that. You're seeing like different things that you can select to tune out this car or that car, whatever. Harlow, you see in front of you a blank parking lot.
Very
Just
interesting.
a blank parking lot.
Harlow
It's-
still just entranced by how big it is.
Yeah. It's like going to the
Wow.
Lego store. It's like going to the Lego store. You never knew they
Not-
had so many.
I'm not gonna lie, man. The awe of this place is wearing off.
Oh,
Why are you looking around so weird?
You don't see all the cars?
No.
Oh, that's because you don't have an implant.
I got one in my brain, not in my eyes.
Well, they got a whole bunch of cars here. Looks like they might have to transfer it from another place so it comes up real. But what did you have in mind for yourself?
Something armored and something with a good amount of storage space in the back.
Ike would click the armored button and start looking.
So yeah, you would see at like the top of the page they have like our best sellers, and then or like their hot items. There's 13 hot items. As you start to filter out of like coupes and stuff like that, eventually you get a hit on 4 cargo vans and 2 armored vehicles. One of the cargo vans, called the Holler X7, is one of their hot imports that just came in. And their top hit for armored vehicles is the Ironclad Guardian.
What's the storage space in that Guardian?
It is an armored truck. So there's a 4-person cabin, and then there is a back truck area that has 2 you would be able to see, like, they have pictures of the interior. The interior almost looks like a bank vault. Like, it looks heavily armored. The doors have like 2 mechanisms to open them in the back as well. They just recently got that from the Neo Vegas Police Department.
And how much is that one?
I would like to preview that. Is there a button I can click to like sort of get it here so we can look at it?
There is a button that allows you to preview it inside the dealership. Like, they'll have a virtual test drive machine and everything for it. And then they also have a VR room inside the dealership where you can like get more or less the interior specs of everything.
Well then, Arlo, I guess we go up into the dealership and we talk to them.
Yeah.
We'll be able to
Yeah.
get more information from there.
Please seek dealer for more information.
Do either of you guys know what a people mover is?
What is?
A people mover. It's
A
the
people mover?
idea of, instead of having normal sidewalks in the future, there would be automated sidewalks, so that you would just, instead of walking, you could just slide. This dealership
Oh, so
seems
it
to
would be
have,
like those thing at the airports.
it would be like, oh, I suppose they do have them there. Yeah, kind of like that. They have like trams and stuff they have like private shuttles for the back parking lot, but you guys are in the front one, so they just have like automatic sidewalks that you can step on, and it will just take you to the dealership.
What
there's
happens
another
if we drive on it?
Your car
Probably
wouldn't
get
fully
mad at
fit.
us.
and you would probably ruin it and kill a bunch of pedestrians on the way to the dealership. It's not
Okay,
like
I suppose don't drive on it, Harlow.
I should say it's not super populated at this time. There's not like hundreds of people. There's not like thousands of people flocking this place. But you would ballpark that you've probably seen about 30 to 40 different people already in the few minutes that you guys have been parked in this spot that have been using this people mover to get to the dealership.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, well then I would get out of the car and jump on the sidewalk to go to the dealership. I'd like hop onto it like a kid.
Yeah, I'll follow. I'll park it and
Whee!
follow you. Yeah, I need to upgrade the old rust bucket.
So yeah,
Yeah, we need something more
I
heavy
wonder
duty.
if they'll
for
trade it in
Todd
as a
up.
classic.
it's got that classic patina to it. I promise. It's totally not rust.
Look, it is a classic. It is a classic.
I don't know if they'll take it with all that rust though.
They can fix it up. It's a fixer-upper.
Harlow has
They'll
the
give you
hauler
$1 for
P1.
trade-in.
Yeah, they're like, that's like 2 credits worth of trade-in right there. We're just gonna use it for melting ingots.
Not my problem.
But yeah, after about 5 minutes on the people mover, like you guys are finally getting like the entire time this building hasn't been looming, but you've seen it in the distance. Now after 5 minutes on the people mover, like you're at the front doors. They have an exit platform. As you go inside, if you guys go inside, like all the walls of this main entrance area are all glass. It's 100% like hardened glass. And then the back areas and upstairs where the offices are, that darker glass or proper wall. But as you get inside, you would see give me a second here. You guys would see on the main floor, you would see the ironclad Guardian and the Hauler X7 along with a few other vehicles here. There's a hypercar that looks very sleek. There's a few muscle cars. There's a few cars that look like they don't belong in the city, like they're obviously made for desert driving. And then there's like a few like almost tuner looking cars.
I would start just walking around looking at the tuners and muscle cars.
Yeah. Well, I want to get that Guardian because I feel like that's exactly the kind of thing that a military drone would go back into the back of.
Give me a second here.
I feel like you just want to drive into stuff and watch it explode.
Yeah, just run people over without having to worry about the blood.
I don't want that because then it'll scratch the paint and blood's hard to get off.
Oh, you just spray paint over it. It'll be fine.
Harlow's tip of the week. Blood's hard to get off of it.
Blood's hard to get off. It'll scratch the paint. I just want something that'll house my drone and keep it from exploding if someone decides to throw a rocket at me.
Harlow, you would be able to tell, just from the name alone of the Ironclad Guardian, you would be able to tell this main, like, around the display of this thing, there are... Yeah, that picture I just sent in chat is what it would look like. You would also see that there is a sixth wheel in the... There is a set of 2 wheels in the back for added traction. But yeah, like it would be obvious to anyone that enters this place. If they heard the name Ironclad Guardian, this is what it would show up, because it's just
the kind of thing we would get in like the paramilitary group and everything.
Yeah, like this would be something you would have seen regularly when you were working at your old Merc Corps.
Yeah, see, now we're going back to the theme of me going back to base.
Yeah, exactly. I went out of the
pieces for them again.
How much you want for the Guardian?
Do you just ask out loud?
No, I'm looking for like a data plate or anything.
Oh, there would be like a short description plate of like what this is good at, how thick the armor is in the back, how thick the armor thickness of the windows are, like stuff like that. And then it'll just be like the ironclad guardian was first introduced in the year 3221. Since then, it's been used by most paramilitary organizations. Most mercenary companies use this as their primary mode of transportation. Blah blah blah. Here's notable battles it's taken part of, notable like SWAT things, what police departments and what planets use it, which is almost all.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have a clear price tag on it. It just has like an info slate for it, giving you basic like here's top speed, here's the horsepower it has. Top speed wise, it still beats out your current car, which is kind of impressive.
Hey, it's a classic.
Wait, how long does it have to be before a car is considered a classic? 30 years, right?
Yeah.
This is 1 year away from being a classic too, so don't worry.
Anyways, price tag.
You would see instead of a price tag option, there is a try out in our virtual booth right now and take a virtual test drive of it. There's 2 buttons at the bottom of the description for that, but there's no like buy it now button.
Right? Then I guess I will have to find a dealer. And of course, no one pays market price.
Do you like? How are you trying to flag down a dealer? If you don't mind me asking.
I'm literally finding someone in a uniform who is not busy.
Okay, yeah, you see most people like crowding around vehicles or talking to like couples that are getting cars. Roll me a perception check, please, if you would not.
I'm trying to get back in my D&D Beyond. Give me a second.
Yeah.
You know what? Fuck it.
I can just look at your D&D Beyond real quickly here. Do you have a D20 available to roll?
Not in my immediate grasp. Just give me a second here.
Yeah.
Ike's still peering at the tuners.
Technically they would have 3 cars with body kits. 2 of them are tuners. One of them is what looks like a modern day Mustang-esque vehicle. Give me a second and I'll put those in. Oopsie. Whoa. I can't show that on screen.
Oh, come on.
No, it somehow wanted me to
Share the naughties.
maybe. So the first car that you would see is what is called the Thunderhawk GT. I am sending that now. As I said, it looks like a modern day, what we would know as a modern day Mustang-esque or Charger-esque looking vehicle. That has the obvious body kit. The next car you would see nearby it is the Vortex GTRX Turbo. If you want to roll a history to see if you know the names of these vehicles, you can. Or if you know like just the vehicle makers in general. And the last one you would see is a Cybersleek Racer Z. The Cybersleek not many people know of, and the info tab next to it would tell you like this is a new car company that's come to market. This dealership somehow, they don't state, but somehow they got this new vehicle, even though the rest of their vehicles are like kind of older. Give me a second here.
The fuck?
I want to test drive both the tuners.
With the Vortex GTRX and the Cybersleek Racer?
Yes.
Yeah.
Put me in. I'm gonna hit the VR button.
Okay. Yeah, so you would see on your optics a little line light up from the car that leads to a back area.
Oh, we're going into a sketchy place.
And with that history check, the names of all these companies don't really sound familiar. When you looked at Ironclad earlier, that name sounded familiar, but you weren't too sure about it. But Cybersleek, Thunderhawk, and Vortex don't sound like something you've heard of before. At least you can't recall right now. As you follow the blue line, it takes you back to like this large. It leads you through multiple doors before you finally enter like this small, what you would know as a driving sim setup. There's a seat. There's like there's clutch pedals. There's a few more wires than what we would have nowadays. But like it's a seat. There's a steering wheel. The three pedals in front of you, emergency brake, handbrake, and then like a shifter knob. And as you sit down, like around you, you would see the interior of this car that you saw out there, like form almost around you, and you can take it for a test drive.
Am I in the vortex or the other one?
The first one that you touched would be the vortex. So yeah, you were in the vortex.
Okay.
The first actual tuner, not the muscle. You find that D20 yet, Monty?
All right, yeah, I'm in my character thing. Give me view. I'm trying to get into Roll20 now. Yeah, I did a wipe on my computer and that was being fucking weird. You want me to do perception?
Yeah, percept.
Is
yes.
it not easy? Is it not just easy to look around and find a person who works here?
Well, I mean, there's a lot of people around here, and you don't like. None of them are wearing a similar uniform. They're all wearing. Oh, Jesus.
4. I don't know what to tell you, Al.
It takes you a considerable.
Usually, in places where people want to sell things, they make it really easy to buy them.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. There's like no one is wearing like you. A few times you've picked people that are wearing a specific type of suit, and you're like, that's it. And then you realize that those were the only 3 people that were wearing that type of suit, and they all look busy anyways. And you're just like, son of a bitch. Eventually, through your frustrated looking, you're starting to get tired before someone approaches you, wearing like a proper 3-piece suit. They've got a scar across their right cheek as they approach you, and they're just like, yeah, you, hello there, sir. Sorry, been kind of busy today. Oh, what can I help you with?
So Mike Tyson looking motherfucker just comes up to me.
I mean, he's not super tall. He's like 5.
There's no way.
He's 5'7". Like he's not.
I mean, like just tatted all over. Doesn't look like. There's got to be someone who actually. Yeah. Do you sell these things?
Yeah, we have one in stock right now. Did you want to take it for a test drive in the virtue machines, or you're just straight up cash in, car out?
I want to take it for a test drive.
Well, he presses the virtual test drive button for you, and like a line lights up, at least for him, because you don't have optical implants. It doesn't light up for you, but you are able to see just barely these tiles like that seem to be elevated above the rest. And he's like, follow me, sir. I'll take you to the car.
All right.
He takes you to another back room. And as he does, he's so, if you don't mind me asking, what are you gonna use it for? Just business, or you just looking for a collector's item?
Let's just say I'm a very paranoid businessman.
We cater specifically for your kind of work. Trust me. I know. Anyways, and he leads you into this like I said, it almost seems like a circular dome. Inside you would see these, like, it almost looks like a semi truck steering setup. And he's like, just sit in the driver's seat and I'll just stand here and talk you through it.
Okay.
As you sit in the driver's seat, like with Ike's vortex, like as soon as you sit down, around you, the cabin, like it doesn't even look like a proper like vehicle. It just looks bare bones. This bare bones looking cabin forms around you. Give me another perception check, please.
Ike gets
I have
done
no
with
points
the
in
vortex
perception.
and goes to the next one.
15.
15. Okay. As you like, you are barely able to perceive that this isn't actually real. Like, looking at it, it looks photorealistic. It looks like you're sitting inside the car, but you know that you're not. But yeah, as soon as you sit down, like, you would hear the sound of what you would assume the engine. It sounds very clunky and big. And he's like, so with 3 inches of steel, with 3 inches of steel plating at the doors of the driver and the passenger, your safety is guaranteed. I promise. I used to run with a crew that ran one of these. We didn't have to worry about the cops at all.
What company did you run with?
Oh, I mean, not officially a business company, you know. But back on Noir. Well, most of the mobsters drove, you know, the classic looking car. We had the classic feeling car, and we didn't have to worry about their stupid guns. Unless one of them pulled out a rocket launcher, then we, you know, maybe we pissed our pants a little bit, but it wasn't too bad.
Fair enough. What's the price tag?
Starting price is 80K, and if you want some extra tune-ups, we have a few modification parts we can throw on there for you. We'll get to that when we start doing the paperwork for this, obviously.
80K. Seems pretty spendy for a 30-year-old vehicle.
A 30-year-old vehicle that nothing has been able to top since it came out. This stuff still gets ordered today. Listen, Ironclad doesn't have to worry about selling their crappy armor anymore. They got the Guardian. That's their bread and butter now. They don't even make weapons anymore. They stopped that. They gave all of their manufacturing plans to someone else, and they started making vehicles. And this is their bread and their butter right here. Best vehicle on the market for that price tag. It's actually a pretty big bargain. If we didn't steal ours when we did, and my own crew, we would have had to buy it for about 150. So, you know.
Fair enough. What modifications are we talking?
Well, as you can see in the demo, the interior is a bit bare, and if you notice, your butt might be, you know, not feeling too comfortable after a few minutes of driving. We have some interior packages we can throw in. We also have some anti-mine equipment that we can put on the bottom just to give you that extra bit of protection, just in case you're too paranoid. You know, who knows who's gonna use street mines nowadays? Those people are crazy out there. Back in my day, we just did a hit and run, and that was it. And then if you need it, we have a few extra diesel parts that we could throw on there from an old Raider truck that we could throw in there. They won't increase the performance dramatically, but they'll be good enough.
All right. 80K. I think we'll do that. Although there's a couple of specific modifications that I will request. That being door control from the cabin.
Door control for the back?
Yes.
Already installed by the previous owner. You don't gotta worry about it.
Fair enough. Sounds good. And then are all the parts new? Oil? Coolant?
We do a fresh tune-up when we get the vehicles, and before they leave our lot, we also do a final checkup just to make sure everything's spick and span, nice and clean, and then we let you on your way with your car. If you don't mind, you can do the test drive for a few more minutes. I'm gonna go get the paperwork all nice and ready, and then we'll sign the dotted lines, we'll spend the creds, and we'll be having you on your way pretty soon here.
Sounds good.
As you would hear him, even though you can't see him in this virtual simulation, you would hear the door like pneumatically open behind you and close again. Ike, you said you were finished with the vortex?
Yes.
So you finished with the vortex?
Yeah, I finished with the vortex.
Okay,
I don't know
okay.
why my mic didn't pick that up.
No, I heard you say that, and then but yeah. So as you finish, and like you close out the virtual sim, you would see someone standing behind you. Same thing, 3-piece suit, nice. Like it actually looks like almost like they just bought it this morning, freshly print, freshly. Son of a gun. No, this is why I have to drink coffee on Sundays. Damn it. Like freshly, like it looks perfect for them. It fits all the right places. Um, Again, this guy is probably like 6'1", kind of skinny, but like the upper, like you can tell by the legs, kind of skinny, but the upper torso strength, he like his shirt is straining around his biceps, if you know what I'm saying. Uh, Yes. Did you like the virtual test drive? Did she fit your standards? Anything you're looking for more or less?
Eh, It's lacking a little power, in my opinion. Also, I was wondering if there's any extra upgrades we can do to it.
We have a full body kit we can put on that. Give me a second.
This is more than a second.
Shut up. Don't do this to me. I already got enough on my end. Yeah, he piece of shit. So, I mean, we have a few different body options we can have for it. We have a few of these other cars. And we have some stock ones. If you don't like the body kit at all, we can give you a stock GTRX if you want that instead. We've already put the turbo upgrades from the manufacturer in this car. That's why. And then we have some different paint options, wheel options as well. Nothing that's going to do too much. But if you did, we could strip out some of the interior to give you a little bit more boost. If you really want, I mean, we're not supposed to, but I know a guy that can do like some more conversion stuff on her to get her on, depending on what you're like. What is this going to be used for? I should ask first. Like, are you just racing? Are you with the Red Vipers? Like, what are we talking here?
Like, I'm just trying to get around and then, have my casual fun.
So this might not be up to Red Viper standards, but I can promise you, I've taken her on the road a few times. While she might not be able to beat them on a head-to-head around corners, you're gonna have the best capacity over all of their vehicles. If you're looking for still more power, I would probably recommend one of the other vehicles. But if you're looking for something that's more of this style, we have this, or we have the Cyber Sleek. The Cyber Sleek is kind of new. She drives all right, but I prefer older brands that have been around for a while,
I get that. Did you guys go in and tune on the computer? Also,
Yeah, we did
if I do
some.
buy this, can I access that computer without any issues?
If you've got implants, there's a port right next to the right inside of the steering, inside of the driver's seat. So on the fly, you can make new changes to it if you need to. If it's not, your exact fit, Some drivers
Is there
like a
any
little.
restrictions on that though? I don't want no walls.
Oh no.
I want to see everything.
We aren't we aren't actually a Vortex like dealership. We kind of do all sorts of things, so we make sure that there's none of that dealership shenanigans going on between the company makers and the customer. So no, there's full openness. We have our top deckers that just get that shit out right away.
How much is the cost for this?
Base starting point is 60K. If you want to add some more body panels and stuff like that, it might take us a few hours to do it. Paint jobs usually take about half a day or so, and depending on the paint you want to, that might add extra. But baseline, as it is right now, 60K.
For this car right now, drive it off the lot.
Yes, sir.
All right, let's do the paperwork.
All right. Did you want to just go out to the showroom and look at some cars while I get it all tidied up?
Sure.
Got it.
Can you send me a couple more pictures of the other cars that you had?
Oh yeah, I can send you all the pictures. Give me a second here.
Gonna give you all of them.
Oh, you're gonna take my pictures and you're gonna fucking love them.
Don't do it, bro.
Let's see.
Sorry, we haven't had that joke in a couple of weeks.
Yeah, we really haven't. Let's see. So you guys have already seen the Cyber Sleeker. Did you see the Holler X7 or no? No, I've only shown you the Ironclad. Okay. This is the Inferno Dominator, the Dune Fury Mark II, and the Holler X7. Sending. Oh wait, no, just send the pictures. Thank you. Please, Discord, don't do this to me. And then, there we go. These are the Maverick Marauder, the Nomad Viper RX, the Outlaw Renegade XR, the Quanti X9, and the Sandstormer XT. There's a lot of X's going on this place. They got the idea from Elon Musk.
All of the X's.
Yeah. Hey, you know the Elon Musk guy is known for X. Let's just put X on everything. As you can see, there's a few similarities between them. Yeah, Monty, after probably about 3 minutes, are you still in the virtual simulator?
No, I would have exited pretty quickly afterwards.
Okay, yeah. The guy finally gets you down.
I'm used to this machine. This thing isn't like.
Yeah, you've driven this when you used to work.
Me.
When you used to work your previous job, you even if you didn't drive it, you know how it handles. So it's kind of like being back at home. After about 5 minutes after you've left the simulator, the guy finally tracks you down and is like, all right, we got the paperwork already. If you want to come out to my office, we can get this all signed over. I've got the guys doing a final inspection around the vehicle right now just to make sure it looks perfect and it's fitted as exactly as you want.
All right. Sounds good. Let's go to your office.
Yeah,
I don't trust this guy. I'm prepared to blast this guy in the back of the head.
He turns around. Die, scumbag.
If he brings me around the back, I'm gonna old yeller his ass.
So this is the paperwork. As you can see, it's engraved into my bat right here. It's called paperwork. Now I'm gonna give you a slug or two.
I'm just gonna give you some laser burns. Don't worry about it.
He just brings you to a weapons armory. All the guns and stuff just have on them, engraved into them, the name paperwork. I now want to make that dealership. Damn it. Yeah, let's just go do the paperwork really quick. Yeah. Nice doing business with you. Yeah, he takes you up to his office. He actually, his glass window, he has a window facing the outside, and you can see, like, maybe 300 feet away is just this massive spaceship. Now that you see it in person, well, not in person, but now that you're able to look at it outside the window nearby without the building in the way, you can see the massive landing struts, and there's just people constantly moving back and forth around it. In front of it, he puts down 3 pieces of paper with the X at the bottom, and he's just like, This is just a standard. You bought it. If you want to get some insurance, if you want to buy some insurance,
I'm
just so.
gonna read through this and make sure it's legit.
Oh god damn it! I don't have any paperwork made up for this. I didn't prep
You
for
don't have to
anyone to
make
be
it,
like,
just tell me if it's legit or not.
give me a investigation check, please.
18.
Holy crap. Okay, yeah. No, the paperwork all seems 100% legit. It goes through like, hey, if this gets shot up in a gang war, we don't cover that through insurance. It lists how much insurance is for different classes of vehicles. With the armored truck, if you want to get full coverage insurance from the dealership for it.
I noticed that here it says that getting shot up in a gang war says it won't be covered, but if I get shot up by an individual gangster, is that covered?
As long as there's not more than 3 people shooting at you, it's not considered a gang. So yeah, that's covered.
Okay, so gang war more than 3? I mean,
listen. If anyone ever asks you, just say that there were 2 people, they seemed really pissed off and they started shooting. I mean,
they just had automatics. It's fine.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I've done it a few times myself. It's not that big of a deal. I just, drove in the wrong neighborhood again. Oopsie. And they fix it right away. No big deal. But
all right,
that big bitch you're about to buy, you don't have to worry about the gunfire clause. It's no big deal. Like, unless they're bringing battleships to you, you don't have to blink an eye.
Subtly worries about that being the case. All right.
The battleship right outside my window.
let us sign and then exchange money.
Yeah.
For services.
Okay. Go ahead and take away 80K. As he hands you over, when I say a set of keys, there are 2 keys that are on their own rings, and he's like, here's one and here's one for one of your coworkers or whatever, in case you need them to try. We don't sell it, but I've heard word on the street that there are people that have remote starts. So, I would recommend maybe leaving one hiding it somewhere in the dashboard or something, so you can just remote start it from 50 feet away and bing, bang,
now
boom.
That we've gotten the initial purchase done, let's talk about upgrade options.
Okay. What do you think?
First of all, the armor is good, but I'm going to be putting some very sensitive equipment in the back of that thing. It'd be really nice if that cabin was a bit more shock absorbing.
Oh, you worried about robotics and stuff like that? EMP is going off and fucking around.
EMPs, literally being jostled too hard.
I mean, as long as the mounting that you've got for it is top notch, it shouldn't be jostled around too much. I mean, depending on what you're carrying. If you're carrying some military industrial drones, well, usually they have their own carriers or they fly in from miles away.
We'll call it an industrial autonomous item.
Okay. I mean, I could take you down to where the boys are like finishing up on her, and we could take a little tour, and I could show you. But I mean, these things are naturally EMP absorbent. The outer covering there's a space layer between the interior back part and the exterior part. So that way any loose, let's say, electrical storms don't really fuck around and find out,
I was thinking about a drop hopper below the rear bumper. I.e. basically a landmine layer. Something to like a drop a bomb or oil.
So
it's a
to
hopper.
retain our dealership rights, we kind of can't sell those modifications. But if you need a guy, I know a guy who works specially on, let's say, military type vehicles, and he might be able to have the right hardware. I mean, this thing sits pretty high already, so That's
Definitely
not too
send
big
me
of a
his
deal.
contact. But the very last one that I think is going to be actually fairly important is polychromatic paint. Something that'll take a little bit of electrical charge and change color.
Oh, so you can see where the quote unquote lightning struck, right?
No, no.
Nope.
So basically, if I were to get into some trouble with some people and they saw my vehicle,
Yeah.
say I wanted it to be red tomorrow. So if anyone saw my vehicle, they wouldn't think that's the same one as last night.
Oh, you're talking about the autonomous paint changes. Uh, I mean that
I
stuff's.
just came up with the term polychromatic paint.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I don't know if you want to use that or not, but I did just kind of pull it out
we
of my
we
ass.
we do have a paint that you can via remote or via implant change at will. It takes a few minutes and then it's fully good to go. Um, it is kind of pricey for street price because we do run a dealership, and I kind of like you because I used to roll with one of these. So anyone that has interest in buying one of these girls, I already like automatically.
Something like this was a second home to me a few years ago.
That guy I was telling you about, earlier, he would be able to sell you it for about half of our price. We usually charge about $20K for that kind of stuff because we got those rich businessmen who want their car to be red for one girl
So
and yellow for a different girl.
He'll do it for 10K.
Probably. I mean, I haven't spoken to Joe in a while, but the last time I did, he was pretty cheap on his stuff. He does it for like, I mean, I'm pretty sure he does it for barely cost. So, he's pretty cheap.
Understood. All right. Send me his shit, and once we're done here, I will give him a visit.
Yeah, you see him like take one of the pieces of paper and he begins organizing it after you sign them, and then he like prints out this receipt paper that has all your warranty information on it and everything. And at the bottom, you see him handwrite something before he folds up the paper and he puts it underneath the two keys for you, and he goes, "There you go. I got his information there just in case you need any touch up afterwards. So if you can't afford the product today, you can get it later. I don't work for him though, so if you want to tell him that hey, Johnny from the dealership sent you."
You'll get your appreciation. 100%. Appreciate it kindly. And I will take those keys and go out to my sweet new ride.
Yeah. So as you're walking down the stairs, you're coming up the stairs as your guy is bringing you to his office. His office isn't as spacious. It just looks over the area where you were just standing. You see Harlow walking out with his nice new.
I give you a wink and I jingle the keys.
Yeah. When they jingle, it sounds like those heavy balls that clang together. It sounds like a metal chain grinding against itself. Harlow, these keys are actually kind of heavy too. You're realizing, like, they're not like your car keys where they're like easy and you can flip them around your finger. Like these, you wouldn't be able to work out with these, but these would be a good finger training exercise if you ever need to train those for some reason. Yeah.
Finger weights.
Yeah. In case the girl asks you to work out your fingers.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, this guy gets you up to his office. There's 3 sheets of paper in front of you, as well as a 4th piece that he puts in front of you. So this is your normal contract. It just goes through the, hey, we're not responsible once you take it off the lot. Depreciation value. Did you want to get insurance on the car or not really?
No, I got a guy that can take care of it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so these are just the you blink it. Hey, if you don't pay for it in full, we have the right to come back and claim it. All that non-stuff. This fourth paper right here, I just need your signature at the bottom to say that you know how to drive and that you'll use this responsibly as a motor vehicle. Your standard boilerplate stuff.
All right, I'd sign it.
All right. As you sign all the papers, do you send him the credits as well?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So as you send him the 60K credits, he like prints out, like I said earlier, he prints out a receipt, some warranty information of like, hey, don't forget to do your oil here. Like the first month of the first year of any scratches or anything is done free at the shop, and then after that the warranty expires for them, and then gives you a key as well. And he goes, well, there she is. The boys, I hear the boys are just finishing up on a truck right now, and then they'll be able to get your car in, and that will probably take about 5 minutes for them just to make sure everything's right, unlock limiters and everything like that, get her ready for street performance, and then you're good to go. He stands up and he holds out a hand. He's like, it was good doing business with you, Mr.
You can just call me Ike.
Mr. Ike. Good doing business with you. My name's Johnny. If you have any problems, my contact information is on the page, so you can get to me directly. The only time I don't answer is when I'm off duty or when I'm in a business like this one when I'm in a meeting like this one right here. Other than that, my phone's open 24/7. I got a neural implant, so you'll get straight to my brain.
Straight to the dome. I appreciate it.
Do you shake his hand or you leave him hanging?
Yeah, I shake his hand. No, I don't leave him hanging.
He's just like, and you just walk out of the office and he's like, oh, okay.
Oh, whoa.
Out of character, I basically chose here. Do I want to get a new car or cybernetics?
Yeah. Do I want one or the other? You know what?
I mean, I have leftover money. It's just, not nearly as much as I did.
Yeah, you don't have 125K anymore. You have, 40.
And
that was 60K, right?
I have 60K on me right now. Just a few credits short.
Okay, wait
My
a
car
minute,
was
buddy.
60K, right?
Yeah, your car was 60K, so go ahead and take that off.
Yep.
Yeah, like I said, Harlow, as soon as you're walking downstairs, like you see them pulling it around from back and like moving it to the front door where you guys entered originally. And yeah, she's there. When you open the doors, she doesn't sound like a standard one that you guys used to drive in your company. Like, it almost sounds like a tank engine in there. It's just rumbling. And it sounds powerful.
Not me or Ike.
For you. It would be weird for Ike's car to sound like a tank.
That's true.
It goes
Would
about
be-
60 miles per hour max. The treads don't really work well on pavement, so you're getting probably about 40,
And don't even get me started on the gas mileage.
Oh my goodness. Miles per gallon. No, gallons per mile, buddy.
All right. Time to get in this time to fucking buckle up into my tank. Also, time to show the war buddies. You're gonna love this shit.
All right, so are you just taking off right away, Harlow, or are you going to wait for Ike and his car to show up?
I'll wait for Ike just to make sure that I'm not abandoning. I gotta see what he gets.
Ike, as you go downstairs, you see in front of the door, you see the ironclad guardian. It's also no longer on display in the where all the other cars were, where your car and all the other ones were. Your car is still there, like the hologram of your car is still there, but the hologram of the ironclad guardian is now gone. It seems like that was the last one they had. But yeah, you see you see Harlow hanging out of his pretty awesome ironclad guardian.
I'm feeling pretty great right now. I'm feeling real good about it.
I'd surprise the heck out of him and jump up on the driver's side. What's up?
Hey, what do
Nice
you?
rig. Is this our new party mobile for when we do things?
Yes, sir. And you remember that?
Nice.
Remember that toy we picked up from the yard?
Yeah, I'll remember that.
It's almost ready, and
Oh,
this is the perfect thing for it.
this is the mobile you're gonna use?
Yes, sir.
Dude, heck yes.
Presses button, the back opens up wide.
Yeah, so there is a dedicated, like, there's a few buttons on the panel other than like the steering wheel and the like. But yeah, one of the buttons, like, they're all labeled. One of them is rear door. One of them is cage shields for the windows that will slide up, and then there's also like electromagnetic armor as well that you see.
Very good.
But yeah, as he presses the button, it doesn't sound like just a door, like a regular car door unlashing. It sounds like heavy machinery. Shunk, shunk, weep, as the doors open in the back, and you would see them open up. Almost like a dump truck.
I say most people's ability to stop us dead in our tracks has been reduced.
I agree. And now we can get around in style. I mean, don't get me wrong, your classic was good, but I think this is a nice upgrade.
Yours is beautiful. Look at the damn thing.
As he says that, Ike, you would hear it. It sounds like you can hear the engine rumble, but it is very muffled and quiet as they bring it. As like some guy, obviously wearing, like, he's not wearing the 3-piece suit. He's wearing like a mechanic's overalls. Drives it up front. Gets out and then hands you the second key. And there you go, sir. Your car is also there.
Yeah, look at this, Harlow. I mean, I know I didn't need a rig to do our things. I wanted something a little fun. Now I can give you rides, too, if you want some fuel mileage.
My friend, I think that'll be a lovely car to go back between the clubs, but let's not try to scratch it on anything too strenuous.
No, I agree. I plan on getting it painted anyways, but they said it was going to take half the day. I need to go home to rest. It's been a long night.
Understand.
Plus, I'm sure we know enough people. I can get a pretty good paint job on it.
Yeah, speaking of which, my dealer gave me a note for a bit of a car freak. I'm fairly excited for it.
He didn't say car freak, but okay.
Well, I'm more militant. I'm more militant minded.
Oh, extra upgrades to this then.
Yeah, someone who could help me out.
Well, when you go see him, if he has paint changing abilities, like to change your paint, just by electroshock or something.
We'll figure that one out.
And figure out if you can add some armor onto this little car. Then we don't have to worry about scratching it.
Yes, sir.
Really quickly,
I'm fairly excited.
One of you two, roll me a D100.
You feeling lucky today, or do you want me to roll it?
Man, I never feel lucky, but I'll roll it if you want to.
I never feel lucky either, but it's a 43.
Okay.
What
as you're both sitting there,
what years have been?
24.
Oh,
What it would have been.
Actually, in this case, Ike, your role is a better one, as you both get a notification from your bank of choice or from your digital wallet that says $43,000, 43,000 credits has been deposited by one hard deck, and the
40?
attached note says, the fencing has been completed. Here is your fair share of the profit.
Nice, dude. That almost pays for the car.
You know what though? You know what that means though? That means I'm clear. I don't have to worry about that drone no more. It's gone as
Yes.
far as anyone's concerned. Never
It is.
arrived.
Which means we won't have to worry when you put it in here.
At least I won't have to worry as much when I deploy it. While it's in here, I still don't have to worry about it as much. It's deploying it that would make me a little worried.
That makes sense because it could pick up on the signatures.
Well, if someone saw it and they knew what it was, you know, that might upset some more legally minded people.
Agree. All right, I'll catch you later, Harlow. I'll walk to
Yep.
the car, and when I jump in, I'll rev it.
Speaking of, yeah, I'm about to go see the guy who's dealing with my little drone.
It's like when you put the key in the ignition and ignite it, like when it first starts, it sounds a bit loud, and then it's quiet until you rev, and then you hear and feel the true engine inside of the GTR-X Turbo, as all you would hear is definitely vroom as you step on the gas a little bit.
You forgot the turbo.
Oh, with how loud the engine is when you rev it, you can barely hear the...
Oh man, I'm gonna have to get a better turbo.
You're gonna get a turbo enhancer? Yeah, give me a quad turbo and make it extra loud. I want to hear that every time I step on it.
Well, they said they put the upgraded turbo in, but that's
Yeah.
the upgraded factory turbo. So there's bigger turbos out there.
Yeah,
And there will be bigger turbos on this car.
I mean, like, even with the Cyber Sleek that just came to market, there's already aftermarket parts that make it like that will say they're gang verified or like used by the Red Vipers or whatever. You both would, I don't even need you guys to roll this. You both would know that the Red Vipers kind of don't do average gang stuff. They're kind of like the Midnight Club in Japan. They're just racers on the highway. But if you go on the highway and you don't race against them, then you might get, hurt. Well, Harlow won't get hurt anymore, but Ike maybe.
Yeah, especially if I have a bad roll.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh. Somehow his pistol blows up your engine. Yikes.
Oh, you tried to shoot back and you blew out your own tire.
But yeah, you would know that, like, even everyone that's looked up cars in the modern day for you guys would know, like, okay, yeah, there's aftermarket for anything. Even older cars, there's aftermarket stuff. I mean, there's whole competitions on other House Roosevelt planets where they just make the most absurd engines for classic cars, and then are just like, yeah, look at my engine. It's 3 feet above the hood. Doesn't make sense, but hey, it's there.
You're not talking about the burnout
I'm
cars
totally,
that I showed you the other day.
totally not. But
the scoop is like 2 feet higher than the
Yeah.
actual roof of the car.
There's bad welding of where the scoop stands like 10 feet above the car. It's like, why? Who knows? But hey,
Who the fuck knows?
They got 3 engines stacked on top of each
yeah,
other.
exactly. The other 2 engines don't do anything, but hey, they look nice. Ike, are you gonna head straight home then?
No, I'm gonna go to the store because I need more pizza rolls.
Okay.
Still not ruined for you, huh?
Still not ruined. No.
You know how
Look,
people are addicted.
one little bad roll. Just it can't stop me.
You know how people are addicted to cocaine? No, Ike is addicted to pizza rolls. After 10 minutes, he's like, hey, you got any pizza rolls? I need my fix. Please.
Speaking of which, Adam didn't get that oven upgrade he was gonna get for me. Dang it.
In the middle of combat, ding! Your pizza rolls are ready. Okay. Does one of you guys want to go first, or do you guys want to roll off for it?
I'm okay with going last.
Okay. Ike, you're going to the grocery store, you said? Are you going to a nearby one or one nearby your house?
Sort of in the middle. I'm not going to like a nearby one, but I'm hitting one on the way.
Okay, you're going to food and stuff.
Yeah.
Got it. Get that reference, 10 out of 10. If you don't, no big deal.
I got it.
I kind of figured you did. Yeah, go ahead and roll me a survival check. To try and navigate the roads in your new car. Nice. Also, I don't know because I'm not looking at your character sheet right now. Do you have vehicle handling or vehicle proficiency with land vehicles?
No, I do not.
Okay. So, you don't have a proper license for this yet, so you will need to be careful of the police. If you roll too low on your survival checks, I will say that police find you. But the dealership didn't ask for a license, so cool. They're technically at fault too. But you will need to get a license at some point to get yourself vehicle handling. And that will be a series of dice checks. But that doesn't have to be right now. So technically, right now, you are driving illegally.
Oh no!
But just
Catch me riding dirty.
Right. I'm just bumping that song.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, give me a second. I need some water. Oh. Okay, so, yeah, you finally find a supermarket, like a decently sized, like Costco sized supermarket that's like 4 stories high. As you pull in the parking lot. Yeah, cool. It only took you about 10 minutes to get here. You figure with how easy traffic is right now, it'll probably take you about 30 minutes to get home from here. What all would you like to buy? And how much, if I might ask? Or do you just want to cut away from you shopping?
I would like to get like 4 of the mega packs of the pizza roll.
You are at the Costco food and stuff. So, yeah.
Right.
They have like the industrial, like pallet size bags.
Yeah. I can't fit a pallet on the car though. but I'll take like 4 of them super big bags off of there that are sitting in the
like
freezer.
500 count pizza roll bags, like the big, the quote unquote party size, but really the party is you.
Yes, exactly.
That's why whenever you walk into the club, you're like, the party is here. At least my food tells me so.
I'd meander around a little bit looking at things and, grabbing the little snacks that they got on the aisles.
Yeah, there's
and
a few
I
new
would
flavors
find
of candy bars that you see.
One of them was showing egg rolls off, and I'd eat that and enjoyed it. So I'd go grab myself 2 boxes of egg rolls.
Okie dokie. Yeah, as you is that it or?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah. As you Unfortunately, the lines are kind of filled at the checkouts, but at least with modern day, like they're able to just, okay, let's look at your cart. There we go, done. Hey, so within about 5 minutes, you're able to finally walk out. That shopping trip will cost you. Give me a second here. Oh. Fine. I'll roll this my own way.
My way.
It's my way over the highway.
Surprisingly, the trip only cost you $22, which is a bargain for how
Nice.
much you got. 22 credits, I mean.
Yes. I'm not even going to question that. I'm just going to walk out with a smile on my face, knowing that I just got one of the best deals of the year.
Make for me a perception check as you begin taking off. Please. As
Dirty 20.
you begin leaving the store, like you show your receipt to show that you actually bought everything, they wave you through. You would notice a group of three shady looking guys that enter. You can't tell who they are, but they kind of don't look like their intentions are fully there.
I'd just ignore it.
Okay.
I'm
Listen,
not in the mood to deal with people.
They can
today.
rob this. They can rob the store. Listen, I got my pizza rolls. We're good. As
I
long
got
as the
my
store is
pizza
still
rolls,
there.
and I got pizza rolls on the mind.
With the pizza on my mind on the pizza.
Rolls
Pizza,
every
pizza,
day
pizza,
and
pizza,
night. Look, I have an unhealthy addiction to pizza rolls, okay?
You're sipping on pizza sauce. Laid back. We are going to get crucified for making fun of that song. But you know what? I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with it too, but that is a good song.
Yeah, as you get to your car, you begin making your way back home. The day is looking nice as the sun is setting. Harlow, as Ike takes off and says that he's going to go back home, what do you do?
I am going to the man who is handling my drone at the moment, my good old war buddy.
Okay.
Because he has to know that the circumstances of what he is doing is changing.
Give me a survival check, please.
A survival check?
Yes, sir.
For driving, I'm guessing.
Yep. No, you're going through the wilderness to get to his place, so you know.
4.
You whereas Ike's route was pretty easy, your route is pretty congested as you begin making your way to your buddy's place. You do get there, but it takes you about 30 minutes more than it should have. By the time you finally do get there, like the sun is now setting. The sky is like a torch red with a little bit of like midnight blue hues coming over the horizon.
Mm-hmm. It's taken me a while.
Yeah.
He's probably crashed out.
Do you try to call him or anything?
Yeah, I'll send him a message.
Okay. As you send him a message, it's not instantaneous, but about 2 minutes later, you get a message, and that just says like, "Come in."
Hey, you awake?
Yeah, he just sends you a message. Yeah, I'm finishing touches on the drone. Door should be unlocked. Come on down.
Yep. Pop that sucker open, and then I tell him to open up his garage.
Okay. Yeah, you would hear the door for the garage right next to the door that goes downstairs beginning to open up.
Ta-da!
He as you like show him your new car, He just like lifts up his welding mask and just stares. And, well, goddamn.
I hated that fucking thing. I'm just kidding.
I fucking hate that car. You piece. Get that out of my sight, you ugly son of a
I
bitch.
fucking hated riding in that thing.
My seat, my ass always hurt after we got done with that.
You know, I'll replace the seats at some point. I promise.
Well, I'm pretty sure she'll fit. The drone will, at least. We used to run with smaller versions of this, but if you don't mind the back part of your van being taken up, we can probably throw this bitch right in.
Yeah, bring her in. Let's get that drone in here.
Well, we're gonna need to make a docking harness for it, so it don't get too jostled around. If you don't mind leaving it here for the night, I mean, if you want to stay the night, I got food and beer upstairs while I work on this girl.
Sounds like I'm hanging out here a while then.
Cool. Go ahead and back her in then, and I'll just get started on it. His garage is big enough that he is able to have the drone workstation open and have your vehicle in there with the door closed. So he's gonna help you like back it in, and then as soon as he does, closes the door, tosses you a key to the store upstairs. You've been to my place up second floor, right? Or no?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yeah, I've been up here.
Help yourself out to any food. If you want to, you can take a look at the inventory on the shop. I do not mind. It's going to take me a few hours for this girl, so get yourself some rest or whatever you need, and I'll get working on getting your van, if you want to call it that, fully combat ready.
Hell yeah, thank you, sir. I'm gonna get myself some rest. I haven't slept in quite a while.
I bet it's been a day. Where'd you get this from?
Dealership.
Well, shit.
Last one in stock too.
Forgot they were even in business. Fuck. They have anything good over there?
Oh, they had a lot of good there. There was the last one of this one. This one actually came pre-installed with the cabin side hatch opening.
Oh,
Kind of perfect for our purposes.
Well, I'll add a few modifications. Get her up so that you can. I'll run you through it tomorrow before we actually take off. Before you take off.
Sounds good to me.
You like before you even leave. Welding mask back down. He's bringing He's bringing like this pre-built cage that fits the drone with a bunch of cables attached, and he's already like opening the doors, putting it in, and you just hear him go straight to work as you head upstairs.
Good stuff.
Are you going straight to sleep, or are you going to get some food and drink some of this beer first?
Oh, I'm probably just gonna go straight to sleep.
All right.
Too tired to eat.
As you lay down on his couch, you realize his couch is almost as comfy as your bed. Like, it is primo stuff. Give me a perception check, please, as you begin to drift off to sleep.
All right. Can I use my extra
Your
roll on
instinct?
that?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can do.
18. Much better.
As you begin to fall asleep, as you begin to like drift off, like one of your last moments of consciousness before you drift off to sleep, you see a text from Tommy, the guy who's staying with you, that just says, I hear something at the doorway, and like you're trying to will yourself to respond, but sleep is too comfortable in this bed, and you just straight to sleep. Ike, as you get home and you put your pizza rolls away and you begin eating your egg rolls, and premium gas station type egg rolls. Delicious. The good stuff. You know the type I'm talking about. You know the place I'm
Oh
talking
yeah.
about. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As you're eating, are you binging while watching TV, or are you just going straight to bed?
Nah. I'm gonna pull up the computer and start looking at parts for the new car.
Okay. Give me an investigation check. With advantage. So roll it twice and the higher number, please. Okay, yeah, with the 21, you find the premium like the go-to aftermarket place for your vortex. And it just has like different like it has a bunch of like a gallery for different cars painted different ways, but also has like a ton of engine parts that you can buy, aftermarket body kits. There's different like tips and tutorials on how to reduce weight in your car without getting rid of the necessary components, so to speak. What exactly are you looking for?
Bigger turbo, internals for the engine, um, performance brakes,
Okay. All the high end stuff, more or less.
bigger injectors. Yep, all
Yeah.
the important stuff to making more power and more boost.
Yeah, you're finding all that, no problem. They're a bit pricey, and it will take a few days to get to Neo Vegas, it says. When you input your where are you from, like where are you shipping to, when you put Neo Vegas, it's like, okay, it's gonna be a few days. But like it says on the website at least that it's guaranteed the cheapest price for these parts that you'll find anywhere. Um I will give you a list. I will have you give me a list between this week and next week of different things you want on your car, just so I can give you a full like price tag. But yeah, anything that you
Okay.
want, you will be able to find here, and then I'll just tell you how many credits to take out of your account later.
We're going broke.
But yeah, there's all sorts of like different spoilers, different hoods, like different body panels for like different metals. They have strengthened titanium, carbon fiber, like for lesser weight, for armor, for more armor and stuff like that. Like there's all sorts of parts that they have on here for different builds.
I'd throw some pizza rolls in the oven because I know the egg rolls aren't going to be enough for all the surfing I'm going to do tonight.
the pre midnight snack game.
Yes. You know, got to keep the brain filled with the good goods.
Yeah. Even on the website, like they have reviews of this compared to other cars in this class, and they're just talking about like the pros and cons of this car. But yeah, looking at your options compared to the other tuner that they had there, the Cyber Sleek, there's definitely a lot more. There's a lot more variety just because this car's been on the market for about 10 years. There's a lot more variety of parts for this compared to the Cyber Sleek, which just came out last year, which has like maybe one website that you could buy parts from, but not a whole lot at that. Other than that, though, like I said, give me a list between this week and next week of what you need, and I'll get that in. But you can find anything.
I mean, everything engine.
Yeah.
I'll make up that list.
Okay. Other than that,
It might be covered in pizza sauce, you know, but
I'll take a list nonetheless. After that, are you gonna head to bed?
yep, I am off to bed because I am dead tired.
Okay. Harlow and Ike, I want you both to give me a 1d20, please. And then a 1d100, both of you.
All right. 19
least-
and 41.
At least it's not 87 and 91 this time. So I'll take it. I don't have to go, yeah, here's Cthulhu eating your brains. Man, what a pleasant dream. I love it. Hey, did you play, what was that game? Oh, Bloodborne? Yeah, that's your dream. Let's see here. Did you roll me? Yeah, you did roll me a 1d20. Okay.
Yeah, my
Harlow,
1d100 was great,
yeah,
but my 1d20 was just absolute garbage.
yeah. You win some, you lose some, Let me see. Harlow.
Yeah.
Wait. Did you roll a d20, Harlow?
Yeah, it was for 19.
Okay. I didn't. Oh, I see.
Yeah,
The d20 and the d100. Okay. You combine them. That I was like, you got a 60. You're gonna get a 41. God damn it. Harlow, as you drift off, your dream is pretty good. Like it's just you on like a beach, and it feels pretty nice. The waves ahead of you are rolling in. You've never experienced the beach before, so this is kind of surreal. You know what sand is like because you're surrounded by a desert, but you've never seen like a proper beach before. So it's a bit weird to see water and a big body of water too. You can't see the end of the water. It looks like one of those things that you would have read about in a book, but you've never been able to see in your life, kind of thing. As you excuse me. Excuse me. As you begin, like you find yourself leaning back, and as you do, like almost out of nowhere, you feel a chair form behind you. You're on a beach. There's a beer in the sand. It has a lime sticking out of it on the glass bottle. What do you do?
Drink the beer, and a chair just formed.
Yeah, like maybe you didn't recognize it before, but like as you lean back, you would feel a chair behind, like a proper chair back behind you. It feels a bit awkward on the sand.
Interesting. I guess I just sit back and enjoy the beer.
Okay.
Think about life.
You're just gonna enjoy. What does Harlow think of the ocean? Since you've never seen one like this. There's also like you would now notice like there are birds flying in the sky, which you don't really see except vultures maybe once in a blue moon.
I can see why people compare them to. I can see why people compare space to an ocean.
But Harlow just enjoys his nice.
Yeah, he's kind of enjoying the simplicity of it all. You know?
Yeah. You would hear from behind you, almost as if like the wind that's been pushing against your face this entire time changed direction. It sounds like a whisper as you just hear from behind you. Why are you here? Before, and as you hear the words and they register in your mind of someone is talking to you, even though this landscape is barren. As soon as you recognize it, you wake up.
I was like, wait a second. Well, damn. Just a dream.
As you lay your head down and off the bed, you also find yourself in a landscape that doesn't seem familiar. You seem to be like beneath, like it seems like you've fallen asleep on a desk. As you bring your head up, you realize the floor beneath you is metal. The roof above you is metal. all the walls around you seem to be metal. You also feel a little bit weightless, like not properly weightless, but like you feel lighter than normally as you wake up. Looking around, you would see like in front of you is just this endless wave of stars in front of you that seem to not end. You can tell that there's some sort of glass between you, the table, and where the stars begin, but it just seems like a beautiful ocean of stars, if I will. Also looking around, you would notice like it seems like you're in a kitchen area. There's a proper there's a proper stove. There's a coffee machine that's currently brewing. As you look about, you realize that you're probably in a cafeteria of some sort. What do you want to do?
I'm just walk like 5 feet. I don't know. Look around.
You would notice on the left-hand side of you, there is a doorway. Well, actually, no, behind you. There, like about 30 feet back, there is a doorway that's also like it seems like your pneumatic door that's in that would slide. That's in a wall. But yeah, as you move about, like you feel full control of your body. Again, like I said, I probably would have never felt this before, but it feels kind of artificial as you begin to walk. Like not artificial as in like you can tell it's a dream, but artificial as in something's pulling you to the floor, but it doesn't feel like the full strength of gravity should. At least not on Neo Vegas.
Weird. I don't know. I just lay down and let it take me.
You just lay down on the floor?
Yeah, just so I don't feel the force of it as much. Like just like right on my legs, but I feel it more on my it's just more like over the whole body instead.
As you begin to like lay down on the floor, the door opens in front of you, and you would see what looks to be a human doctor, long black flowing hair. She's got like a proper lab coat on. She looks kind of Japanese, or at least Asian, I should say. As she spots you and goes, "Who are you?"
I am Ike. Who are you?
I am. Oh my goodness. You ever forget?
Oh my goodness, it is nice to meet you.
Fuck off. She's as you ask that, she looks puzzled for a moment before she goes, "I remember my name is Amanda. Amanda for now. I haven't seen you on this ship before, Ike."
Oh, we're on a ship. Weird.
As you say that, she goes kind of wide-eyed. Make me a perception or investigation check. All right. You notice that her right hand, although it looks human, for a moment you feel like you see it kind of twitch in a way that is very inhuman. Obviously something is off as she looks at you. Very weird, like as if you're like don't belong here. How do you not know that we're on a ship? We've been on a ship for days at this point.
I just swore I'd just gone to bed, and well, here I am waking up, and things didn't feel right.
Huh. You're not supposed to be here.
It would appear that way.
The longer and longer that you two talk, the more and more her face becomes confused, almost as if she recognizes that this situation should not be happening. Before she looks at you and goes, "I can help." And then as soon as she says, "I can," you hear some other form of sentence come out as your head goes completely blank. And you would just hear, "Ooh, sorry about that, friend. You weren't supposed to see that." As you wake up instantly.
I don't gonna ask him who the hell he is.
No. By the time he finishes his sentence, like you're up. Like it's not like you feel fully.
I wake up just as he finishes, like, oh shit.
Yeah. He's like you wake up, even though it was a weird dream, you feel fully refreshed. It is a good morning. As you get a notification from you would get on the group chat notification a message from my goodness, I was gonna call him Harlow again.
Words are hard.
Yeah, it really is, especially this late. A message from Hard Deck that just says, "Hey, when you guys can meet at the bar, that'd be great. I believe Chowdinius is almost done with his AI. I've got a few things I want to talk to you guys about before we continue our business together." Do you respond?
I do. Well, I say I'll be there soon.
Okay. Harlow,
Yes.
as you wake up, you would also see this notification from the group chat of Hard Deck saying that he wants you guys all to meet at the bar at some point today. He doesn't have a specific time that you guys need to be there, but he wants to talk to each of you individually or as a group. He says Chowdinius is almost done with his AI. He's been observing progress. And he also says that there are a few things he would like to talk about before business continues. You would also see another notification from a single chatter, a single text message from I believe his name is Timmy, who is staying. No, Timmy or Mike. I forgot what his name was. I'll need to go back and I'll need to go to my notes and see. But I
think it was Mike. I don't remember Timmy.
I think. Oh, Timmy might have been the mechanic. Either way, the guy who was staying at your place. You get a message from him, a number unknown, so you wouldn't have it saved yet. Number unknown of, "Hey, I think there's something outside. Help me. I don't have any weapons and I don't know where your guns are." And a third and final message from him, just saying, "Where are you?"
Shit, shotgun under the bed. I have to go. I have to fucking run.
You don't get a response to your text message to him. Do you respond to their main group chat?
What was in it? I'm sorry. I got really distracted by the panic text.
Oh, yeah, that probably would shake things up. It was just Hard Deck saying, "I almost called him Harlow again. Son of a bitch." This problem with having
Harlow's texting Harlow.
Yeah. "Hey, Harlow, how you doing? It's me, your brother, Harlow." "Hey, it's good to have someone else like me around here."
Oh, it's so good.
You can sense that you are getting agitated as you're texting your own self.
Yes.
What the fuck do you want?
No,
but no, you would get a message from Hard Deck saying, "Hey everyone, I want to talk to you all at some point today. Just drop by the bar. Chowdinius is almost done with the AI, with creating his own AI. as well as there's something I need to discuss before we continue our business together. After, like, as you're taking a second look at it, you would see Ike say, "I'll be there soon."
I will still be there soon.
Harlow
I will
died
be there.
of heart.
I have to run home, check on Timmy. Someone might have broken into my place.
Jimmy and Timmy Bimmy.
Timmy, Ginny, Dinny, and Mike.
Timmy. I have to check on Timmy.
But yeah. So you both will get an affirmative text message. I'm assuming, Harlow, that you're going to go downstairs and check on your vehicle.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you get down there, you would smell, as you get to the first floor, you would smell the like fresh the scent of fresh brewed coffee. As you finally get to the like the proper garage workshop area, you would see that your friend has a mug of coffee as he's looking at his work and like finishing up wiring here and there, like just making sure that he's hiding them. As he spots you, he's like, "Well, damn,
The
almost
fuck happened to you?
What do you mean?"
What do you mean? What do I mean? I pull up my little tablet and I show all the messages that I got from him.
Oh, no, it's your friend, the guy who's working on your vehicle.
Oh,
not
sorry,
Mike.
I'm having an emergency at home.
I'm almost done with your vehicle. If you want to take mine, that's fine.
Thank you.
He tosses you the keys. Just be easy. I kind of need to change the brakes, and I haven't on her for a while, so be careful.
Yikes! All right.
Don't tailgate.
Yeah. Listen, I don't need my insurance to go up anymore. You know how hard it is to get insurance when you own a gun shop? Ain't easy. I'm assuming, Harlow, that you're going straight to your apartment?
Yes.
As you get to your apartment and get to the proper floor, you would see, make me a perception check. Actually, before I tell you what you would see.
Well, if it's my home, do you want me to do an investigation or perception?
Either or, whichever you're more proficient with.
16 for investigation.
Okay, yeah. You know what your door looks like when it's fully closed. Your door looks slightly ajar. And at first you don't realize why before you smell what seems to be the scent of like copper that's wet. That might not be the right way to say it. Someone worded it perfectly the other day and now I can't remember. Give me a second. Yeah, you would smell. It's not super obvious, but you would barely be able to smell the scent of copper.
That's not good.
I'm assuming you open your door.
Yes, I do.
As you do, it's not a giant. It's not a giant puddle. You would see a trail of blood leading to a puddle nearby your kitchen area.
Oh, fuck. Do I find the body?
With that investigation check, no. Looking around, you do not see a body. It seems. With that investigation check, I will say this much. It seems that at some point they either they bashed his head in or they shot him to get the initial puddle of blood, and then they just dragged him through it and outside of your apartment. The problem is outside of your apartment, it's clean as a whistle, but there's a trail of blood leading to your doorway. I will need you to make me one more investigation check.
16 again.
I mean, it's not bad. Not the greatest, but it's not bad.
It's in the upper echelons.
You would realize that on the on the table in your like living room area, there is a note, or at least a paper. I should say that's folded up.
You look at the paper.
On it is just inscribed, "We know what you did. Bring us the money."
The money? What money? Which money? Does it give a location?
No, it just says, "Bring us the money."
Well, I don't know who us is, so fuck them. I don't know who us is.
Well, it doesn't say the IRS, so I don't know where to bring that money. Womp womp.
Womp, womp.
Wah, wah, wah.
I'm sorry, I just got a new vehicle. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about.
Ooh, wait, what money? I don't know the money. I don't have any money. I only have a new car. Yeah. As you look at the note, you don't see any like really obvious signs of who might have written this. It doesn't seem like handwriting that you know of. But I will say with that investigation check, it does look like someone who was at least trained to write with a military dictation or military-esque dictation, I should say. Prompt, short, to the point, no elaboration on what's not needed. It just seems that they didn't put any elaboration on anything instead of what's not needed. So you're kind of left on an empty trail.
Yeah.
Other than that, your apartment doesn't look like it's been ruffled through. I mean, it's obvious that someone stepped in here. If someone's been walking around, you can see on the carpet that you have, like the imprintation of what looks like combat boots, I will say. But other than that, it doesn't look like someone's like torn your place apart. It looks like they might like. With that investigation, if anyone did come in here looking, they probably looked top to bottom, but didn't tear anything up to look behind walls or stuff like that.
Gotcha. I'm going to make one more investigation check just to like, I'm triple checking basically.
Okay, go ahead.
I'm a paranoid motherfucker. Nope. 9. I find nothing more.
You find that they were looking at some weird anime on your computer. Something about space. You don't really understand it at all. Probably some it's some obscure series that doesn't have to do with too much violence, so you're like, whatever, I don't care about it. I've never heard of that shit before.
I clean up what's left of Timmy.
Tenchi Huyo? I don't know that.
Jimmy.
I'll clean up what's left of Timmy.
Yeah. Getting to work, you also notice that this blood is coming up really easy, so it must have been done pretty recent. Or at least your apartment is that clean that it just didn't it didn't stain too much. Not to mention it was on the hardwood floor portion of your apartment, so it's not like it really soaked into the wood or anything. That
Yeah.
stuff's already laminated before it gets put in.
Still worried about what they mean, about what they know what I did. It's either they know someone I've killed, or they know I have the drone.
I know what you did last summer, motherfucker.
Either that, or they're referring to some old ancient combat mission I ran many years ago, and they're very upset that I was on that game.
Yeah. I know you killed my pops. Now
But
it's
I'm
time
going
for me to
to,
kill you.
I'm going to drive back to my buddy's place and be very thankful I didn't arrive in my own vehicle.
Yeah.
Because if anyone's watching, they won't know it was me.
Yeah. As he sees you, like you would see him adding the finishing touches. The interior of the van looks almost completely clean. You can barely see where the wires are. Until like you look really close and he points them out. Like, oh, here's the wires. They run up to the dashboard. He shows you that you have two new buttons. He's made it
Hey,
so that the door splits open at the bottom and lifts upwards on the
By the
back
way-
so that your drone can slide out.
By the way, buddy, do me
Yeah.
a favor and stay at a friend's place for a couple weeks.
Well, why?
I show him the pictures of my apartment.
Harlow, if you think that's gonna scare me. Have you seen the weapons I sell upstairs? I mean, half of them aren't even street legal anymore, so I'm not too worried.
Just because it depends on who exactly knows what I did, and I don't know if they're referring to that or something else I've done.
I'll keep an eye out, and if anyone tries to mess with me, I'll keep them alive long enough for you to come by and give them a punch or two. Other than that,
Just don't
Like I
get too
said-
ahead of yourself.
all right. If they try to go in through the front, unless it's business hours, it ain't gonna be a fun time. If they try to come in through the back, I got an automatic weapons display that just, ensures that intruders don't come back. At least not the same way. I think I'll be fine. But thank you for
Alright.
your concern. Other than
You
the
say
credits,
so.
the credits you gave me already are good enough for the job. I'll have the rest of those laser rifles back in by noon. So just drop by sometime today and I'll get those off to you. That big caliber hand cannon you were talking about. I haven't got word back on her yet, so I don't know when that will be in.
Laser rifles and hand cannons, all good things.
Can't go wrong with the
And-
good old ballistics.
Anyways, I appreciate your time on this. I'll get out of your hair till about noontime and just keep me up to date. And if anyone rolls by saying some crazy shit, you hit me up.
Will do. I heard something through the grapevine about an auction, so I put some feelers out about that. And if I get word, I'll let you know.
Hell yeah. Thank you.
Other
I
than
don't
that,
think I need-
you keep yourself safe, because I know your house, well, at least from the looks of it, that schmashy apartment you got, it could use some upgrades itself.
I like living low key. Keeps most of the corpos off your back.
Fair, but don't keep them out of your door. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'll have to figure that one out. Upgrade my locks, maybe. Hell, put in a whole new damn door.
I mean, you could install an auto turret, but that would, if your landlord finds out, that could kind of ruin any relationship you two have.
Yeah, but by the time an auto turret's necessary, I'm starting to think that my landlord being pissed at me and my breathing privileges are two different priorities.
Fair. Keep yourself safe, Harlow.
I'll try my best. Hey, just appreciate you watching my 6 out there. As soon as I get to deploy this motherfucker, I'll let you know, and I'll let you see it too.
Oh hell yeah! If you need to do some training with it, the back alley, no one uses it that much. It's pretty much free game out there.
Just in case this is the thing they're talking about, I don't want to draw too much attention. Just in case.
All right.
I'll probably make my way to the Badlands at some point and try it out.
Yeah, you're gonna go to the Badlands.
I figured there has to be like a wastes out there somewhere.
I mean, there's the Raider camps, but wouldn't recommend staying in those unless your fetish is a bit more agoraphobic, you know.
They don't like going outside.
No, they like skinning people and stuff out there. I heard some nasty rumors about it.
I'm just saying it might be a good training exercise with the drone, but we'll see what happens.
If you could make it to the gates and outside, hell boy, I'll give you a medal myself.
Yeah. What's so hard about getting outside?
Have you ever tried to go outside? It's not the getting out part that's hard. It's the getting back in.
What, once you're out the gates, they don't let you back in?
They don't like it. Last time I had I had someone who wanted to buy something from out there. Had to go deliver it. I was stuck with about 3 days worth of rough interrogation. And you know what we had to go through for training. So when I say rough, I don't mean like, oh, it made me a bit peeved. I mean, I was about
you the fuck up.
Yeah, I was about ready to kill a motherfucker back there.
I'll keep that in mind. In any situation I gotta run, I gotta make sure my other teammates aren't gonna get hit like this.
Take care of yours, and I'll take care of mine.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Adios.
See you later, Harlow. Yeah, you are back in your truck. Yeah, like I said, you would see that in addition to the 3 buttons that you had earlier for opening the back and then activating the electric protective armor and stuff like that. There are now 2 more buttons. One of them is to open up the drone. It says drone opening, and then the other one is to launch the drone. And there is also a new port, a new jack-in port on the dashboard next to the drone button.
I assume if I plug into that, I'll be able to control it.
Yeah, it says drone control from there, I should say.
I appreciate it.
Oh god. Oh. As you
no, we're not allowed to do that.
No, it's been a day and a half. I'm assuming you're going to drive to the bar.
Me? Yes. I'm going to drive to Hard Deck. Yeah, Hard Deck.
Okay. I'm assuming that you're doing the same thing.
I mean, I should already be there.
Yeah.
But I'm actually walking. There ain't no reason to drive because I'm not that far away from it.
Yeah, you're about 10 minutes away in a walk, so it'd be about 2 minutes
right.
driving. You turn around the corner and you're there. Man, ooh, that was a trip and a half. I swear.
Man, I haven't walked like that in ages.
I'm beat. Yeah. I mean, Harlow, as you get there, you would see Buddy sitting at the bar. He still has bandages around his face, around his neck, and around his arm, which is also in a splint. As he gives you like a 2-fingered salute with his good hand. Ike is also there at the bar, and Hard Deck is behind the counter, cooking up some nice omelets and waffles with a fresh brew of coffee. As he spots you, he just gives a smile and goes, "Well, the first part of our job is done, at least. Now, are you ready to start making some fucking money?"
Already know I am. Hello, are you wanting to make some money, or
Harlow has to.
Are you
Harlow,
set?
Harlow's kind of like tapping his fingers together, and he like slide my tablet over my apartment, and the note.
Oh.
Art Dick, were there any strange questions asked
To me?
when you were getting everything sold out?
No.
No one seemed upset. I didn't do anything
Merchandise.
wrong.
The merchandise all sold fine.
Was that Timmy that we rescued from the other mission?
Yeah, it is. What's left of him.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be funny to go back and hear that it's actually Mike instead of Timmy, and then just this entire episode,
Look, you guys
we've all
have
been naming him wrong.
No,
Well,
I
your name
guessed
is
it
now
was
Timmy,
Mike,
not
but
Mike.
You guys were all like, it's Timmy, so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna stay with it. I don't remember exactly which one it was.
Your
We'll
name's
figure it
not
out.
Mike anymore. It's Timmy now, boy. Better get used to it. Well, that wouldn't have anything to do with the things that I've spent, that least. I didn't get any questions myself. I could ask my contacts, but I'm pretty sure they didn't either. So, is there something else that happened between then and now?
Yeah, so you don't know anything about this though.
I have no idea.
None.
No.
Okay.
If I did, Harlow, I would tell you. I don't like to portray myself as a fool to my colleagues or my workers.
All right. I appreciate it.
At least you don't have to worry about having a roomie no more.
Well, it was
But I
nice to think that he was a
suppose-
gangster and could probably have handled himself. You know, honestly, probably should have told him where the guns were before I left.
Not necessarily, because if you did, he might be sitting there waiting for you to get home.
That's
But I think
I mean, he
we
seemed
might
really
find...
affable.
Yeah, but I think we might need to find you a different place.
either. I have a few safe houses you can stay at if you don't feel comfortable in your current place. Sit down. It's time for breakfast before we begin further. Adam should
Waffles?
be here soon.
You got waffles?
Yeah, as he begins serving out plates of breakfast, the camera pans upwards, and the credits roll in that 1970s family show font,
Sorry.
God.
and then executive producer Dick Wolf.
Not Richard Wolf. The Dick
At some
Wolf.
point,